In this video, we're going to talk about fundamental logics and connectivities, and we're going to do a lot of different questions. I got a lot of different examples for you guys, and this is the next video to the video that I did previously on the formulas of these logics and connectivities. So let's get started, and I hope you guys can enjoy the video. Okay, so before we go through the examples, we just gotta fill in these blank spaces because that's gonna help us. So that's the thing that can help us to do those old examples. So let's fill in the blank. Okay, so P says that 2 is the least prime number. So as you guys know that 2 is the least prime number, so that is true. So we're gonna say true. And the second one says that there is no even prime number. As you guys see this, 2 is even number and it is also prime. So for that reason, this will be what? This will be false. And then the second one said, and then the third one says that 4 is the least composite number. And it is true. So 4 is the least composite number. So my truth value will be true. And the last one says that Johannesburg is the capital city of South Africa. So this one is also true. So because South Africa, in South Africa, Johannesburg is the capital city. So Johannesburg is the capital city of South Africa. So this one is also true. So now by using these statements and these all things, we're gonna do some example. So let's do some examples. Okay, so the first example says that P, we gotta start with some simple examples. So that's the reason that this one is so easy. So P, so this one says that P and Q. This one says that P and Q, as I told you in the previous video, this sign indicates and, or it also indicates conjunction. So when P and Q, so we've got P over here, that is true, and true, and Q, we've got Q, that is false. So my answer would be what? My answer would be then false, because as I told you, if there's false and true, and if the connectivity is and, that will be false because we got a false value over here. So that's the reason that that the answer will be false. Okay, so this one is the first example. Now the second example would be uh, a negation of P or Q. Okay, so the negation of P or Q. This one is also the easiest one. So first of all, we just gotta do the thing that's found in the box. So we've got P and that is true. So true, and we also got Q and that one is false. So true or false. So since we got this or symbol over here, our answer will be what? Our answer will be true. But we got a negation, so when we negate this true, my last answer will be false. So this is also false. So this one is also false and this one is also false. So now let's do another example over here. Let's do C over here. So it says that in the box there's P and also Q. So this is P and Q and implies with R. Okay, so now this one is a little bit tough, but I want you guys to pause the video and try it by yourself and see if you get the answer. So this one is a little bit tough, but let's just do it. So we've got P that is true, and Q, we've got Q that is false, and plus with R, we've got R and that one is true. So true and false. So true and false, as you guys know, the answer is all the time it is false. So false implies true. It would be what? It would be true because the only time, uh, if it during the implies, if you are using the implies symbol, the only time that can be false is if there is true implies false. But otherwise, all of them are true. So for that reason, this one is my answer would be true. So that's the thing. So my answer will be true. Okay, and D, let me do D over here, and I'm gonna erase the board. Okay, so D, actually D is a long question, so I gotta erase the board. Okay, so let's do D over here. Okay, D says that P and Q by implication with R or S. Okay, so now this one is also a little bit tough, but I want you guys to pause the video and try by yourself and see if you get the answer. So as you guys know, we've got, let me just substitute those all true values. So true and Q is false. Then by implication, R is what? R is true and true. Okay. Now true and false is, since we got this false sign, would be false. And by implication with what? By implication with true or true. And true or true would be what? It would be true all the time. Even if there's false over here, it'll still be true because we've got this or side. So that's the thing. So now false by implication with true is what? It would be false. So this is my last answer. Okay, so now the answer for D is false. Now let's do the some other questions too. Let me do E over here. So E says that and R, P and R by implication with Q and S. This one is so similar with the previous one, so you gotta make this equation. You guys gotta do this equation, not make, but you just gotta do it. So pause the video and try it. Okay, so let me substitute. Got this P is true, so R is also true. By implication, we've got Q that is false, and we got S that is true. Oh, not false, but true. Let me erase it. Let me erase this too. Okay. Okay. False, and this is true. Okay. Now substitute it. So true and true is true, and by implication, false and true is also is not true. It is false because the only time that can be true is if we got true and true, but otherwise all of them are false when you count to this side. Okay, so for that reason uh this will be false actually. What if this will be false? This one is actually false. Okay, so this one is actually false. So for that reason, this is a by implication, so we're still gonna get what? We're still gonna get false. But what if this is implication? But if this one is implication, just let me change this. Let me just say that true and false. But if it's in this case, the answer will be true. So, but since the but they all but the question says by implication, so that's the reason that I said false. Okay, so now let's do some other questions too. Okay. Uh, Let me do one question with the implication, and then we also gonna go through some other questions. Okay. With the by implication, I just want to do one question. So let me just say that P and R, I think this will be F. So P and R by implication Q. Okay. I just want to make it easier because we gotta do a lot of other questions too, so that's the reason. So for now, substitute, I'm gonna get true, and R is also true, and Q is false. So true is true, and this one is false. So my last answer would be what? It will be what? It will be false. So it will be false. I just want to make it suspicious. That's the reason. Okay, so it will be false. Because the only time, if it is an by implication, the only time that can be false is what? In this case, it's the only time I can make it false. But otherwise, all of them are true. So now let's do some other questions that is a little bit different than that of the implication and the by implication. Okay, so the other question that I want to make is it says that R versus or RS and P and negation of Q. This one I think is G. Okay, so when I substitute, I'm gonna get R is we've got R true, and we've got a S that is true, and then P we've got true over here, and negation of Q is also true because it's negation, but the truth value is false. So when we negate that one, we're gonna get true. So this is true, and this is true, and this is true too. So that's my last answer. So now let me add another question. Let me add one last question, and then we will be done. Okay, so my last answer, my last question, I think will be H. Yeah. So negation, actually this negation is inside the bracket. So H says that negation of Q versus Q and negation of R and S. Okay, so when I substitute, negation of Q is true, and Q negation of Q is true. This one is actually not. I think I screwed up over here. This one is negation of P, and this one is off. So negation of P is, since P is true, so it will be false. So false and all and false, false and false, and negation of R is true and true. Okay, so false or false is what? Is false, and true and true is what? It is true. So when I negate this true, false, and negation of true is false, but it still will be false. It still be false. So this is my last answer. So this is it, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'm also gonna make another video on this topic. We're gonna do a lot of other examples that has a lot of this word problems and those sort of stuff. So I'm gonna do some other videos too. So I want you guys to check out those videos because I don't want you guys to get bored. And I gotta do some other questions, some other videos. So I don't want this video to be long. So that's the reason. So I want you guys to check out those videos, and thanks for watching. Have a nice time.